G'day legends, I hope that you're really well. Now for those unaware, this is a different part of what I do on my channel, but every Thursday I do a health and fitness update. So when I was younger, I was in the military, I was young, fit, healthy, at a good weight and, everything I was happy with. But when I was then diagnosed with my brain tumor and then went through chemotherapy, I just completely let myself go, and that is absolutely 100%, million percent on me. And I'm really not happy with it. So what this is my journey back to health and fitness. And at the end of this, I want to compete in a 100-kilometer or 60-mile running race as like an end to this. Because if I can do that, then I believe that I'm, strong enough, fit enough to participate in other stuff. But there'll also be a lot of other stuff like gym, different diets, and things like that. But this week being the third or fourth week in this has been just a massive struggle after a huge week. So I started off strong with a very big leg session, but I've been taking this new drug and that just feels like it just bloated me out. It's like a steroid to try and get my voice back, which I think it's actually helping a little bit, but I've gone on to another one now. We're sort of chopping and changing some of the stuff. So I think that's helping me maybe a bit, but it's made me feel very, very bloody sluggish. This is the thing. It's in the beginning of this and realizing, yourself of how unfit you are. And I think a lot of people overestimate their fitness, but you very quickly learn doing this, hey, I'm not anywhere near as fit as I thought I was. But those first few weeks, those months are just a struggle until you get that sort of baseline fitness of somewhere where then you're enjoying it, you're feeling stronger. And the one thing this week I lost no weight. I've weighed myself a few times and it's like up or below, like slightly, like in the 100 grams. So it's basically a throwaway of weight loss. But this week I felt so much stronger in the gym, like way stronger, being able to do a lot more. But my running has really struggled this week with just some lower body injuries. As if anyone follows my other thing, I've got a broken bone currently in my foot. But it's runnable. I can run on it. It's just painful, and that's actually limiting some other stuff because I think I'm compensating in my stride for it. But whatever, we will get over that. So saw an orthopedic surgeon about my foot, and he's not super concerned, but he's showed me some of the x-rays and went through them with me. And just sort of where the arch of your foot is, on the inside, there's a bone that a ligament comes and wraps around apparently. And he thinks I've cracked the end off that when I hurt my foot in Turkey, but it's been 2.5 months and it hasn't really got better. So he wants me to get then an MRI to check that and the ligaments to see if they need to operate to connect that back together or not. But I head away for 6 weeks next week. So we're going to do it when we get back because I can walk on it, I can run on it. It hurts, but I'm able to use it. And if they do have to operate on it, then it's, 6 to 8 weeks minimum in a moon boot. So it doesn't really fit my lifestyle at the moment. So I'd rather put up with a little bit of pain for now. But I'm glad I actually get it looked at. Really, really lovely guy, actually. But I guess that's that. He poked and prodded. There's a little bit just below the big toe, which he doesn't realise why it's so sore. And as soon as he touches it, it's agony. And he's like, I don't get why that's so sore. Nothing on the scans showing that, but it's obviously not going to fall off. It's all right. So we'll just push through for this. See, maybe it'll just get better in the next couple of months, and then I just won't go get the bloody extra MRI. But we'll see. And I'm still another doctor appointment tomorrow to get my voice looked at. So I'm chock-a-block seeing bloody doctors. But, it's difficult. I've been working very hard this week, too much, and sort of in between what I do and, my eating has definitely struggled because of that, because I've been working 10, 12-hour days, into the evening, that my eating just has sucked this week, as well as some of my other exercise, not just going to the gym, but just other exercise I do throughout the day. I've just been stuck in this office here, and I've been definitely burning the candle at both ends. But my favourite tattoo, which is this one here, which is a candle burning at both ends, is actually my favourite Christopher Hitchens quote, which is knowingly burning the candle at both ends and finding that often gives a lovely light. And I've found that throughout my life, although this week has just felt like I've been pushing shit uphill a little bit. But it's not going to get any better for me because this weekend, tomorrow morning, I'm heading away for 4 days, actually for my pop's 80th, but I'm really very excited for that, as I don't get up to see him as much as I would like, especially since Grandma's passed and work for me has picked up. It's so difficult, but it's not good enough on my behalf not to get up there. But, together, you and I, if you're going on your own journey, I'm sure we should all be on our own of somewhere, no matter where you are in this, grinding along. And I know in the beginning you find this very, very hard, but I do know it gets to the point where it becomes very enjoyable and you start hitting better figures, better numbers, and going from there, it starts getting a lot better from there. So you've just sort of got to get over this hump, and it's taken me a bit longer than I thought it would, but we'll get over it together, and hopefully this will become more exciting from there, as I know a lot of this content is very boring. Being fit and healthy in life and being truly comfortable with your physical appearance and your physical ability, life is just better. It seems like life is brighter, there's more available to you, you're happier, all of this. And as someone who's been there and then been overweight, there's no comparison, and I don't care what people say. It just isn't. It is better like that. There is no element of life that is better being unhappy with how you look and how you are, your ability of your weight, than when you are. So there's no comparison between that. It doesn't mean that you should be unhappy with who you are. Absolutely. It does not mean that at all. But I think we should all be striving to be the best physical version of ourselves. This week I've been a little bit, almost drawn back to thinking a lot about like when I was younger and healthier as well, and didn't have, I guess, the overbearing physical health that I've got to going on with my brain tumor and whatever, because I'm constantly aware, I guess, of my time restraints on my health, of something I can't help. Now, physical health I can help as far as physical ability of working out, but my brain tumor I can't really help at all, and I've been constantly thinking about that, and it really wears on me, this idea that I lost a lot of time. Between 22 and 24, really was on chemotherapy almost that whole time. And then, from 24 into 25, it was the Rona, and almost into 26. I just feel like I lost such a big chunk at the pinnacle of my life. And I think back to before then, and maybe it's just got graduation goggles on that I think back to it was better than it was. But it just seemed like I had more friends, like things were going better. And of course, now I've got more opportunity. I earn more money. I don't seem as happy as then, if that makes sense. It seems like I've got so much more stress now than I did then, but I don't know how to. I want to keep grinding down somewhere, but I know the further I go, the more stress that I get. And as a young guy in the army, fit, healthy, you have a lot of disposable income because you're like living on barracks, eating at the cookhouse, eating at the mess, things like that. It just seems so much easier, and I look back at that and it's just like, oh my God, I had no stress and I was so happy. And maybe you always look back on times like that too, but I just think back to that a lot, and it wears on me a little bit as well, thinking I'll never really get back to that either. But legends, I know this has been a bit of a rant, but look after yourself. If you're on your own journey, I hope it's going really well. I hope it's going better than mine. And I always hope for you, absolutely, for the best for yourself and your family. So look after yourselves, and I'll speak to you probably in the next video this afternoon, but also for the health update next Thursday. So thank you very much. I'll speak to you soon. Okay, bye-bye. Big leg session to start the week, and I'm going to have some breakfast and take the steroid tablets for my voice, so hopefully that helps a little bit. My legs are absolutely fried. I couldn't sleep last night because I was so sore just from the running and walking recently. So big session on this Friday, and then I'm going to take a complete weekend off because we're doing 6 or 7 sessions a week now for the last 3 weeks that I've been into this, and I felt like I'd actually progressively overloaded, and then I need a few days off to rest and recover, just because like even just my feet and my calves were keeping me awake, and I hadn't even done anything that hard in that week. So I think it's just that progressive nature. My legs are shaking a bit now from all the lunges, squats, and straight, oh my God, and straight leg deadlift. So I'm a little bit cooked, but I'm going to have a big breakfast with these tablets. I normally don't eat breakfast. I normally try and wait till 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon to eat. That really does actually help me a lot, being more productive in the morning with working, and as well just actually taking off my appetite, because if I eat in the morning, I'm just as hungry at lunch as if I didn't, if that makes sense. But I'm going to take these tablets with, oh my God, my legs can't stop. I'm going to take these tablets with food, so I'll do that. But this session actually felt a lot better than when I started, although I felt cooked on the rower. But it's all a slow progress around this leg session is fucking hard. It's the second in a week, so it's a little bit, it's getting there. I'm out of breath. Maybe my steroid puff is not helping.